Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasa, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing swell. Oh my god, we have quite the shakeup here. I want to make sure that this is in focus. Focus on every time I film, it always starts focusing on the lights in the background, but I'm just gonna sit here center and make sure you focus on me, buddy. We got a lot to talk about here. This is an update, actually, to a lot of things that have been going on at WB. Oh, the WB. So grab the tea and get ready for this one with your Batman mug. Anyways, doing like a Grace Randolph intro here. Anyways, it's time. And Sarnoff, head of the CEO of the WB, is out. She's gone. Sorry, Elden Ring stuff here. Let me bring that down real quick. Okay. She's gone. She was fired. Fired, let go. You know, I wouldn't say fired. Fired is not the best word in a merger. You know, as you guys know, Discovery took over for AT&T, and basically, Ann Sarnoff, one of the more vocal people about the Snyder cult, Snyder fans, Snyderverse fans, you know, talking about online harassment. She was one of the more people that like very openly talk about how WB was getting harassed and things like that, and it was a big was very proactive for the Batman. I'm talking about Matt Reeves' Batman universe. So she has been let go as part of the Warner Brothers merger situation with Discovery. Sarnoff was informed by leadership on Tuesday that her position would be eliminated. One insider said, "The ground is shifting rapidly for executives and other divisions at the media giant as it nears to finish line of the merger deal that surprised Hollywood in May of 2021. I want to thank Anne for all her leadership during the transformative period for the company and our industry. She has been passionate and committed and blah, 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 blah." She was let go. Another person that was also let go was a name a lot of people would be familiar with, is Jason Kilar. He resigned, actually. And a lot of people kind of knew this was coming. Because he was putting out a lot of fillers to go to like Netflix, and he was looking around for a minute. And then one other person actually was let go, or left. I don't particularly remember who it was, but it was one of the bigger ones as well. Don't worry, guys. Jim Lee is safe. Now, the one thing I will mention about a lot of this is the fact that and I knew it was coming. Some of the Snyder Bros felt like they had to do with this situation, and people are feeling like the Snyderverse is coming back. You know, nothing is ever uncertain, especially when it comes to the WB. But this is not the result of that. Let's be fair. This is just a result of different companies. Whenever there's a merger, whenever there's a merger, you're going to have two heads of something. And you can't have two heads, you know? You can't have a chief operating staff of one division and a chief operating staff of both. No. Usually, just like the Fox Disney situation, a lot of the Fox people got let go because it's like, look, we don't need you. We have people that know how to do this, and they're going to be taking over. That's what's basically happening here, is the fact that Discovery has their own sort of people that they feel more confident in, and they're basically going to be taking over for where, in some cases, you could say arguably that the current management, or the management that has failed in terms of turning a profit for WB. That's obviously argumental in terms of what's going on, but who knows? Now, in the future, will the Snyderverse be restored? I don't know. It depends on when Discovery goes in, they take a look at the numbers. They don't care about the social media stuff, but they basically just take a look at the numbers on how well things are doing on HBO Max, how well the Snyder Cut performed. And then they decide, okay, do we really like? And then also they just look at the books. How much did they invest previously? Did Warner Brothers invest previously for everything else? How well did BVS perform? How well did Justice League Theatrical and the Snyder Cut perform? And of course, how well did Man of Steel? Is that something they really want to bring back? That's up to them to decide. It's a very interesting thing how that goes down. But that's that with the shakeups at Warner Brothers. More will be coming, but who knows what will be happening after that. The second thing I want to talk to you about is Warner Brothers also had an emergency meeting about our favorite speedster here, Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller arrest prompts emergency Warner Brothers meeting about the star's future. Exclusive. An insider said Miller had frequent meltdowns during production last year on The Flash and described the actor as losing it. Oh boy. Wait, what? Was that it? Wait, that was it? Wait, where? No, there's... Huh? Oh my god, you gotta be subscribed to this? Oh my god. Okay, well, I don't have a Rolling Stone article here. I'll just tell you some excerpts that they had from on Twitter and some of the other variety. There were some other people. They were just saying that he was having mental breakdowns, and well, just exactly what they quoted, right? They're finally, basically, Warner Brothers is coming together, and Warner Brothers had an emergency meeting. They, like Will Smith, they're kind of putting all of his Ezra Miller's future projects on hold, trying to get him, some help, I suppose. He's not viable right now, right? What else? There was a consensus. Yeah, basically the consensus is the fact that just put everything on hold. But, a lot of people have brought up the whole thing about, you were so quick to pull, with Johnny Depp, how come you didn't do this for Amber Heard? You're, what's up? Now, the one thing I will say about the Amber Heard situation is the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing was something that happened behind closed doors, so to speak. And then it was a court situation, and that's one of the things. Do I think Amber Heard should have been somewhat punished and reprimanded? Yeah, of course. But what Ezra Miller is doing, has been on camera, and there's a public record, and has been Ezra Miller should have been getting help 2 years ago when he choked that woman out on the ice, and that was on camera, right? But WB did nothing at that point, so. Maybe too little, too late. I don't know, but I hope everything being on a pause, like Will Smith, gets the help he needed. It reminds me so much. Sorry, I got allergies though. Everybody always thinks in April and May that I'm doing like coke or something like that because I'm rubbing my nose, but no, it's allergies, y'all. I promise, it's allergies. You wanna fight? Anyways, in short, it reminds me a lot about Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. was a mess in Hollywood before Iron Man. During the time of Chaplin, I met Robert Downey Jr. a long time ago before he was Tony Stark, and he was surrounded in an aura of alcohol, that kind of smell. If somebody is an alcohol, that particular smell of somebody that hasn't washed and smells like liquor and sweat, that's how he smelled. And it was crazy. And he when talking with them, he was barely there, just barely there. It was so wild. But all in all, he seemed pretty nice of what he was trying to do. Anyways, my point is that Robert Downey Jr. put a pause, man. He got the treatment he so desperately needed, and he came back stronger than ever. Ezra Miller, whatever his demons are right now, he's got to deal with that, because whatever path he's taken right now has not been working. So gets this dude away from the alcohol, gets this dude away from the social scenes like that. He seemed you know, years ago, before when he first was filming for Harry Potter, um, you know, people came up to him. Somebody tried to get him to sign an Avengers comic book. You know, he was like he was just talking really normal and everything. But nowadays, you know, even at Tokyo Comic Con, it was just something weird, you know. And I mean, he came out, he did the job, but everybody behind the scenes was saying he was very, very difficult to work with. So it's an interesting situation. So I guess if you have a Rolling Stone subscription, we can read more about it later. But yeah, apparently he's just woo. All right, well, Red Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you're talking about. Let me know what you think about this situation. What do you think about this? Is the Flash going to be put on hold? Should they recast? Should they recut the Flash movie and replace the? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I think them putting everything on a pause is a good idea. And by the time the Flash comes out, hopefully we see a better Ezra Miller. And everything is represented a little bit better. I think this is for the best for everybody. With the merger going on, one of the reasons they pushed all the movies back is because Discovery needed something in their ammunition to sort of have, because as things are going to get reshuffled, movies are going to get delayed. Production of movies are going to get delayed that have been greenlit, right? So they're going to need something to fill in that void. So maybe this is the time that Ezra needs to get better as well. So, and like I said, like Robert Downey Jr., he can come back better, stronger than ever. Okay. Hopefully he really gets the help that he needs to get on the right path. Cause, you know, this is just not working right now. All right. Red Red Nation, stand up, speak up, let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.